longer I looked around, the more I remembered the way that area used to look, and smell, and sound. Back when all my senses had been tuned in to the one who had made it all possible. And I wondered if somehow I'd gotten on a whole different frequency. What are you doing here?
Getting in shape for next year's Boston Marathon. What's your excuse?
I'm jogging too. Jogging my memory.
Sounds heavy. Looks like we're both going to be jogging in the rain pretty soon.
Lucky for you, my car's handy. I'll give you a lift back home.
That's all right. I like jogging in the rain. What kind of memories are you jogging?
I was just remembering when I was a kid. How I'd watch a storm come up with thunder and lightning, and then the rainbow at the end. It was like God was trying to tell me just who he is and what he can do. You don't mind my talking about God, do you?
Not if you're talking about something that's real, not just something you read about in a Sunday school lesson.
There was something about the faith I had when I was a kid that was very real. I mean, it's real now, too. But then, it was like he was right there, with me, all day long. You were brought up in a Christian home, weren't you? I mean, when your mother was alive, was she a Christian?
Sure. They made me go to church all the way through high school.
So here's the $64,000 question. Why haven't you accepted Christ?
Because I don't want to become a Christian.
Do you believe in Christ?
I was a history major, remember? Of course I believed there was a Jesus in Nazareth in the first century. I mean, that's why there was a first century. He gathered quite a following, somehow managed a lot of miracles, fulfilled all the prophecies for the Jewish Messiah, and a lot of things are hard to explain.
Like what?
The prophecies and Psalms that describe his death on the cross hundreds of years before the Romans even invented crucifixion. All the first-hand witnesses to his resurrection who died for him. The sudden growth of believers among the Jews at Jerusalem, right where the empty tomb was.
You must believe more than I do.
You've never tried not to believe.
You recommend it?
I guess it's given me belief. But being a Christian, it's not for me.
Sounds like you're very close.
I've been very close all my life.
So why don't you become a Christian?
I just don't want to be the only one.
The only Christian?
The only real one.
Well, I'll overlook your egotism if you will.
A Christian is supposed to follow the example of Christ, right? Be absolutely submissive to the Father's will, help other people, and love them as much as you love yourself. I've never met anybody like that.
So why don't you become a Christian and show us all how to do it right?
I'm independent, but I'm not that independent. That'd be pretty spooky, trying to do it all alone. I need to know it can be done first.
Well, what am I supposed to be doing wrong?
I didn't say you were doing anything wrong. If you're like most Christians I know, you probably aren't doing anything.
Come on. One of these days, you and I will have to sit down and have a long talk.
I told you I like jogging in the rain.
3 miles from home? Get in.